So this video is going to wrap up some of the smaller places that we looked at, or short places. So this here is the Lacquer workshop where they do all this really fine lacquer painting and lacquer work, and I mean, it is really beautiful. We did buy a couple of pieces to bring home. This gal right here, she's laying eggshells. She's busted pieces of eggshells down on some wood that's got a couple of quick, simple drawings, and she pieces in these broken fragments of eggshell, and it's got glue to hold it in place. And then eventually, once that's all been filled in with these little tiny broken pieces, she's going to start the sanding thing and then smooth that all off, and then it gets many coats of lacquer and sanding. And this is another person prepping to do mother of pearl work, and they do some really excellent mother of pearl work here. So I don't know if you can tell, but those are like little rice hats, and she's doing like basically the outline, and that whole thing is all eggshells that has been placed in specific ways. And this is just strictly painting, and so there's an example of eggshells and how that's like a couple of gals walking in it. It's just, when it's all finished up, it just looks absolutely amazing. So I say it's kind of neat. I wish we could have bought more stuff, but you know, it's like anything. Your pocketbooks are so limited, and so is the take it home space as well. So yeah. Now this is the Ngoc temple. We killed a little bit of time here just prior to the water puppet show. It's got an old temple on it. It's been around for a long time, but one of the things, this lake that it's in the middle of used to hold these really big turtles, and these turtles, although still around, there's none in the size that they've got stored here. There's a couple that they taxidermied. They're unique to this area, unique to the planet. They are on an extremely endangered list. And so they are, but these things were, treated, taxidermied. They were hugely, and they're soft-shelled things, so completely different and nowhere to be seen like this in the world. And this is just some of the altar. People still going to make offerings here. Like, everything is integral to society with Buddhism and the various religions, and so sometimes turtles are the thing, and they make their, and this is just me being artsy again. I like to play around with my camera and stuff. But overall, it was kind of a pleasant place. And then this is where we had our lunch on the first day that we arrived. It was just a small piece we just fitted in. This is the menu. Man, I tell you, it was really fantastic. These spring rolls were quite delicious the way they did them up there. Different than most of the ones we've had so far in Vietnam, but the pho was absolutely exquisite. And this was a chicken-based pho. Normally we think of that as a beef thing, but over in Vietnam, frequently would come across chicken-based, which I've grown to like just as much as the beef. It's pretty subtle, but and this is one of their famous pork dishes. And then, we left here full, but they didn't overfill us compared to so many of the other places. We did eat up all of our stuff. You just see a little bit of rice left over there, and just a nice simple fruit dish to wrap up the meal, and that totally hit the spot. And then I just did a few photographs of some of the plates they had hanging on the wall, and that wraps up the last of the places we've seen and things we did in Hanoi. One more video of our favorite photos will follow this.